Hi guys, Jason from Bali. Just a little correction from my last post about the app GoCheck. So it's Gojek, not Z, Jek. Yeah, really download that app. Yeah, sorry about that. Bit of YouTube nerves, I guess. Okay, so part three. I should have mentioned this probably in part one. Do not drink the water. Don't drink it out of the tap, especially when you're brushing your teeth. You don't want to rinse your toothbrush under there. You'll get Bali belly. Bali belly is awful. You'll have the squirts for 3 or 4 days. You will lose weight. Maybe you want to lose weight. I don't know. But you will be incapacitated. It'll be awful. So make sure you use bottled water for everything. The Balinese, the Indonesians are used to this water, but we're not. So when you go to, so my advice is when you go to a bar or a pub, drink bottled drinks only. If you order a Scotch and Coke and it comes in a glass and it's got ice in it, often that ice is not from a bottle, it's from their local source, and you will get sick. So just keep that in mind. So sounds gross, but when you're going to the toilet, so you don't want to put your toilet paper down into the toilet and flush it. You'll clog up the system. So that often there's a tap, like a little squirty thing that's next to the toilet. So after you've done your number twos, give yourself a bit of a up the bottom, and it's probably the best clean you'll ever have. Use the toilet paper just to give yourself a bit of a dry, and put it in the bin. That's the way you need to do it. Yeah, you don't want to clog up your toilet, that's for sure, especially if you're in a villa. So their sewage system is just not up to what we're used to. Okay, so let me have a look. So part three. Okay, so today I'm going to look at what you should do while you're in Bali. So on your first day, when you go for a walk around your surroundings, you're going to find these little travel adventure booths. Okay, so my advice is to go there and book pretty much all your week's activities. If you want to go snorkeling, if you want to go for a tour, if you want to go on a boat or anything, just book your whole week's worth just there. They'll give you a better price if you sort of book in bulk. Organise your whole week. If you're coming for a week, organise your whole week just there and then. Often you just have to leave a deposit. You will need your hotel details to give to them, and you'll pay them the deposit, and when you go on your tour you can pay the rest, but I often just pay in full. Everyone's pretty trustworthy here, so nothing to worry about. I did mention in the last video that if you're young, you might want to do sort of a Bali intro, which was fantastic, which was like a 7 or 8 day, 9 day tour. But other than that, the things you want to see if you're new to Bali is the monkey forest. The monkey forest is just out of Ubud, and usually you would book this on in a day with the rice paddies as well. You want to go through the rice paddies. I thought I don't want to go through the rice paddies. It's friggin' rice paddies. Who gives a shit? But it was amazing. It's just such an awesome thing to see. So you'll probably go to Ubud. You'll go to the monkey forest and you'll see the rice paddies. With the monkey forest, so these little bastards will try to take your hat off your head, will try to take your sunglasses off. Just ask my friend Bal, who was here with me last year. I had a monkey jump on my shoulder and try to grab my glasses. I retaliated and just tried to hold the glasses onto my head, and then the monkey bit my nipple, and it was hard and it hurt. And I was really worried about, getting rabies or, monkey disease or turning into a werewolf later on that night. I went to one of the people that worked there and I said, look, I've just been bitten. And he just laughed and go, "Oh, you'll be okay, you'll be okay." Yeah, well, thanks, okay. You get your $3 an hour and you're telling me I'll be okay. But yeah, look, I was okay. So if a monkey jumps on you, apparently you don't make eye contact with the monkeys. They don't like it. They're a bit sensitive. Just try and keep walking, but don't have any personal effects that you're going to lose. They will jump on you. And look, they're not trained to take your belongings and take it to an owner. They're just looking for food. They're cheeky little monkeys. So don't think that's just a lot of shit that is going around. That these monkeys are trained to do that. Definitely worth the experience. So when I was in Thailand, I was actually slapped in the face by a monkey, and in Bali, I've been bitten on the nipple by a monkey. So I have to stop spanking the monkeys, I guess. That came out completely wrong. Anyway, alright, so the rice fields are beautiful. So you'll probably get a driver for the whole day when you book this tour. Look, they say it's kind of nice to probably buy your driver some lunch. It'll cost you $5-6. But often you just want your own little privacy when you do reach the rice paddies, and you probably want to have your lunch. Whatever tour you do, the driver's pretty much going to just sit there and wait for you all day. So I give them a little bit of a tip on the way back if you're not going to buy them lunch. Really nice. They really want to know about Australia. They really want to know where you're from. They're really interested. Unfortunately, they probably don't have the funds to ever visit Australia, so be respectful of that. Don't be the ugly Australian who you're better than them. Mate, they work twice as hard as you do. So just enjoy that. All right. So what else to do in Bali? So you can go to these beauty salons. They're everywhere. So you'll get an hour massage for about 600 or 700 thousand Indonesian Upra. Oh, far out. Anyway, that's $6 or $7 for an hour massage. I often just give them 100 when it's finished. They appreciate that. Which is good. Today I got ear candling done for the first time in 45 years. I'm not going to try and give away my age, but 45 years. I clean my ears every day. Every day after a shower I clean my ears, and thought they were clean. I had this candle waxing done, candling, and my God, so much shit came out. I was actually embarrassed of how much wax came out. She found it very funny, but it's not something that I don't see every day. I had a foot scrub today, and I also had a foot massage, which I found kind of painful, but no, it was really nice. While I was getting that done, I had a facial as well. Yeah, look, all that. So the foot scrub, foot massage, and the facial cost me 23 Australian dollars. So I gave them 30. Very appreciative. Amazing. You can be there all day and spend nothing and just be so pampered, and they are so appreciative of your business, which is good. Okay, so you're an Australian and you like AFL football. So get to your hotel, see if they've got ABC Australian Live. They broadcast 4 games a week, which is good, which is free of charge. If they don't have that, so just Google AFL Bali, and it'll pretty much tell you the closest you are to a bar that'll show your team going around, and which is pretty cool. There's nothing like seeing a little bit of home while you're overseas, especially if you're alone like I am. I often travel alone, but it doesn't really stop me. So give at least 24 hours notice if you're going to organise transport back to your hotel. Yeah, it's best to pre-organise it, and they'll be at your doorstep. So if you say 3 hours before your flight, which is pretty much enough. Although I was at the airport 4 hours before my flight, and it took me 2 hours to get through. So I was really lucky I got there early. So just be aware of that. They say be there 4 hours. Sometimes that is true. Sometimes you want to, you just want to. Sometimes you go through really quickly and you're sitting there for 3.5 hours. But on this night, it took me 2 hours to get through, and I was grateful I was there a lot earlier. So yeah, pretty much when you get back to Australia, you're going to go through all the same customs. Just keep in mind that coming through duty free, you can only have 2 litres of alcohol, and if you're a smoker, you can only have up to 50 cigarettes now. Yeah, it's probably the least in the world that you can bring in back to Australia. So yeah, so you just got to be careful with that. If you do have over, they'll just say, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to pay tax? And you say no, because it's not worth it, and you just have to throw it out and watch them throw it out. And no, they're not going to take it home, and take it with them. That's just their job. It's the way it is. Look, I come from Melbourne Airport, and I use the parking, the parking port it's called. So I leave my car there for 7 days, and I get a scoop on, and it costs me like $56 or something. So that's great. It's really convenient. When you get back to Melbourne Airport from Bali, you just give them a call, and they're there in 15 minutes. It's just the easier way to go. It's just simple. A taxi's going to cost you, 70, 80, 90, 100 bucks. So it's just not worth it. Just lovely to get into your own car, 10 minutes out of the airport. So this is my third part of Intro to Bali. Please, if you're my Facebook friend, if you want any advice, by all means. I'm no expert, but I've learnt a little bit coming here for the 4th year in a row, and I will be back. I wish to maybe one day live here. Your problems just seem to wash away when you're here, which is great. You kind of have more respect for how hard people are doing it here, and how little your problems are back home when you're here. Take care. Love Bali. All right, see ya. Bye.